Hello there everyone, Richie Vitale here. This is a difficult subject which I will try to make easy to understand, and of course you could ask questions in the comment section below if you'd like. I want to explain to you how a half diminished to a 5 dominant flat 9 to a minor 1 chord works and how it is derived. There are two ways I think of this wonderful pattern. First, I think of it in the classical bebop theory, and secondly, as a newer theory. To think of the second method as being newer is a bit of a misnomer, in the sense that the theory involved for both of these ways of thinking was around at the birth of music. Let's start with page 33 from my book, A Lyrical Approach to Jazz Improvising. Here is D half diminished going to G7 flat 9 going to C minor. The first chord, the D half diminished, is the Locrian mode of the E flat major, meaning it is an E flat major scale starting on the 7th degree of an E flat major scale, that being the note D. The second chord, the G7 flat 9, is based on the C harmonic scale, only starting on a G. The last four notes of that scale would be the 5th G, the flat 6th or A flat, the major 7th, a B, and the root of the C harmonic scale, which gives it that slightly Middle Eastern sound. On page 34 of my theory book, A Lyrical Approach to Jazz Improvising, is an example starting on the root of the first chord, the note D, that I might play over this 2-5 going to the 1 minor. You can hear that distinct sound that the B to the A flat makes during the second bar of the harmonic minor. Now listen to these lines where I will be playing the same thing using an E flat and then an E natural as the second note on the first bar. The first method of deriving a D half diminished chord, which I call the bebop theory, as I've been discussing in this video, is from the E flat major scale. The D, F, A flat, C, and E flat all belong in the E flat major scale, arpeggiated in thirds. The second method of deriving a D half diminished chord, which I call the newer theory, which I will cover now, is derived from the F harmonic minor scale. Again, the arpeggio is done in thirds, so you will have D, F, A flat, C, and then E natural, as opposed to an E flat. And now I'd like to show you some examples using the 2 half diminish going to the 5 flat 9 dominant to a 1 minor using the bebop theory as shown in my A Lyrical Approach to Jazz Improvising book. But now, I would like to explain to you my more modern way of thinking. First, let me play you something on the flugelhorn. This is Thelonious Monk's iconic introduction to the classic song Round Midnight. Now, what if I simplified by playing it like this? What I'm playing over the dominant flat 7th chord is exactly a minor third above what I'm playing over the 2/2 diminished chord. Why does this work? This is from page 47 of my Blue Theory book, A Lyrical Approach to Jazz Improvising. And this is so beautiful and mathematical at the same time. You could see why Einstein would play the violin to relax. The first chord, the D/2 diminished chord, is related to an F melodic minor, while the second chord, the G7 flat 9, or really the G altered chord, is related to an A flat melodic minor. Now I'd like to change keys for a minute and show you an example of how hip this is and how well it works in improvising. Here is page 48 from my book showing an example from Kenny Dorham soloing on Katie's Cab Ride based on the changes of Woody and You. So now I am playing over an A/2 diminished to a D7 flat 9 and then to a G/2 diminished to a C7 flat 9. So in this case, instead of thinking of the roots A to D to G to C, I am thinking of a C minor major to an E flat minor major and then from a B flat minor major to a D flat minor major. How cool is that? Now the way I learned this was from playing them by ear before I understood the theory behind it. I'm not saying that's the way you should learn things, but it worked for me personally. Either way, if you'd like to delve more into the theory, please purchase my Blue Theory book, A Lyrical Approach to Jazz Improvising. And if you would rather just play through the patterns, you could purchase my A Lyrical Approach Supplemental Books 1 and 2, which is basically the Lyrical Approach book written out in all keys without the theory. I would like to thank you all for watching and hope you are staying safe during this COVID crisis. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask in the comments section below. Also, feel free to subscribe to my channel for updates on my newest jazz video lessons. I've also started a brand new Patreon page to help defray the cost of making these videos, where I'll be including PDFs of these lessons and insider tips. Please feel free to go to patreon.com/Richie Vitale and join to help in this jazz journey. Thank you for watching and happy practicing.